Hi, good afternoon, all of you. I'm Dr. M. Kamakshaya. I'm open source software evangelist and also enterprise software architect and academic of data science analytics. Currently, I'm engaging with Geetham University, deemed to be university, where I teach data science and analytics. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to install a particular application which I have developed for data science and analytics. The name of the application is Software Application for Data Science and Analytics. I call it as, in short, I call it as SADSA. So where is this application? You just have to go to my GitHub repo. That is GitHub codingfix, github.com/codingfix/SADSA. So if you go here, you will find this setup file. So when you click on this file, this will show you view raw, and you just have to click on this, and your download now starts just like that. Now I'm going to save this somewhere in some certain directory, wherever you. So I already downloaded it. I'm going to replace that download with my new download. It's just 70 to 80 MB file. It doesn't take much memory of your computer. So if you have 100 MB of space in your computer, that is sufficient to operate this application. And I'm going to talk about what are the different menus and how to make use of this productively. So in some, this is actually a Chromium browser, that's why it is not showing you any error. But if you are downloading this in any other browser, it might show you a warning message saying that, do you like it is, especially, I'll show you, wait, instead of I talk. Say, for example, I open my Microsoft Windows Edge browser. If I go to GitHub, codingfix SADSA. So now I'll show you once again. See here, you got this is going to show you an error message mostly. If it, okay, say, let's see. It is downloading as I have said, it is just 80 MB file, 81.8 MB file. It doesn't take much memory of your computer, but it surpasses almost all functionality of SPSS, and it is highly useful and recommended to any academics. The primary motivation is for academics, and say like this. So this is Microsoft Edge browser. This will show you this file is hazardous. Do you like to? You just have to press this, keep. But most of us, we don't use Edge. We either use Chromium or Firefox, and they don't object. And you can just report this app. No, not like that. You press on this, keep anyway. This is what you have to do. Now after you download this, it will take a couple of seconds in order to check if it is Edge. Otherwise you don't see any problem. So you can just open the file. So if you open, I'm sure it is in downloads, but when I downloaded in Chromium, it went to some certain folder called SW. You would have watched me say this is the file. Okay, now one more check is, because it did not have the security certificate, but it is not hazardous. So you just have to run as administrator is mandatory. So you cannot just double click it, and even if you double click that, it will open this type of security check, and here don't run, because Microsoft cannot identify this as a secure app, because security certificate is not attached to this application. In my future implementations, I will be attaching a security certificate. It is just digital sign certificate that need to be attached, and I'll do it in future. So you just press on this more information, run anyway. This is very important. Okay, and after that, it is just a normal application. You just have to press next, something like that. This is a license agreement. I just accept. You press this button or click this button. I accept the agreement. Next. Yeah, it is going to the program files. That's best in C directory. Let it be. And now, yes, of course, I already have the directory because earlier I installed and removed it. So it is telling me that you already have. Do you want to rewrite that directory? Anyway, yes. You should not be having that, because if it is the first time you are installing this. Now create desktop, that is my preference, but that may not be your preference. But this application by default will create a startup folder, so you can just start the application by pressing Windows Start button and etc. Now it is being downloaded to a particular folder inside that program file C directory. So I don't need to search for this executable because that will be available. I have launch, right? I don't want this finish because I would like to show you. I would like to use my desktop link in order to launch this application. So here, this one. You may not be able to see. There's the third row left upper corner. So here 1, 2, 3. Under Microsoft Edge browser, I have this SADSA. So I'm pressing enter here in order to launch this application. It's a very simple application. As I said, it is just 8 MB file. If you download R, I think it is close to 60, 70 MB file, and Python almost 100 to 120 MB file. I'm not sure, but any modern software will be close to 100 MB file nowadays. This is a very simple Python application. It supports most of the activities which this is how the application looks like. Don't think that this is just a white color canvas of having nothing and all, no clue. So I am planning to do a series of video demonstrations as how to use this. I'll just give you a quick introduction to this application. This is the file menu where you can just import the data sets or save the data sets. If you have any data frame inside your canvas, this is not a canvas actually, this is a main window which is meant for data tables when you upload the data. So I'll just show you quickly. There is something called OpenCSV file legacy. You can also import Excel file, doesn't matter. You can just press on open data file and then go forward. I mostly work with the CSV files, so because it is open source data format, file format for data. That's why I use CSV files. I already have a ready-made CSV file in my computer. That's why. So I have something called record. I recorded a few variables. This is how the app looks like. You can just click on any row in order to highlight that row, and you can double click on any value in order to edit. Right now I have 4 here. I can just change it as 5, and when I press enter, that will remain as 5. And you can also save that change if you save data file, save data. Your data successfully saved in the grid. And then so you can just do like that, and you can also save the data file in your after doing the changes. You can take these changes back to your storage, and there are a few other. You can clear data. So suppose I don't want anything on my, and then I will upload once again just to have a quick demo of. So this is my data file right now, and if I go here, edit, you have show features, and these are right now the columns in my data frame or data set, which is on the canvas or main window. There are currently 18 variables, and there is something called gender, and this gender is also recorded. Okay, I'll show you gender label. I'm not going to talk about how to record assign labels to the variables in this video graph. I'll try to do one more video on how to do data transformations, data simulations. Yeah, you can do everything in this. And there are features which surpasses SPSS. Do believe me, trust me. Things which you can do in SPSS, those things you can do here. I'll try to speak it in future. Okay. And now let me do some quick frequencies and summary tables in order to show you how does that. Okay, well, before doing this analysis, let us explore. This is edit menu. Just go through those edit menus only to see what are the different features available from this application. And here, this is what I was talking about: data simulation, simulate time series data for quick testing of the application, data decompositions. This I make a couple of videos on how to data standardization. This is for normalizing activity. And under analysis, you got descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, the way we teach to the students. Okay, in SPSS things are different. we need to adapt our teaching to SPSS. This is not like that because this is done by an academic, like one of you. And then I have some exploratory analysis where currently there are only 3 techniques, but in my future implementations I may add few more techniques. Then correlation regression, yes, you have, but the menus appears to be very simple. If you launch correlation, then you will be having so many different types of correlations that I will try to talk later, along with the tests, plots, etc. And then let me take you to factor analysis. Yes, there is EFA, CFA, and mediation analysis, a separate menu. I'll be talking about all these things in my future videos. And then there is cluster analysis. Right now, I implemented K-means clustering and hierarchical clustering here. And by the way, all these techniques are also available in machine learning, unsupervised learning menu. See, K-means here you have the implementation to predictions. But wherein here, if you remember in SPSS, there are predictions for factor analysis, cluster analysis, but in this app you can predict under machine learning menu. But this data analysis menu does exactly the way you perform analysis in SPSS and rest of other. I'm sorry to talk about SPSS and bring in that word several times. It is not a promotional video. I just wanted to give some sort of. This is just a basic functionality, okay, which any academic student or scholar or industry expert can just upload their data sets and carry on with their analysis. But for academics, I have dedicated menus which I will talk in a couple of seconds. And then you go time series analysis. This is Pakka forecasting kind of activity. There won't be any machine learning thing here. So under machine learning, you have supervised learning algorithms and unsupervised learning algorithms. But here, I don't have hybrid learning algorithms. Just like neural networks is there already, and deep learning is not there, not yet implemented. But in future, I will be able to accommodate deep learning. But that is computationally challenging. The size of the app increases. I thought I reserved it for future implementations. Now there are some logistic regressions. The beauty of this is like if you go to the logistic regressions, so you can perform the regression and there is some tab called upload your CSV file where you have to upload the new data and then go for the predictions. So along with your actual data, so you also will be having predictions, which is very very important for industrial activities. So in academics we will not like it, just confined with the confusion matrix and then accuracy and a couple of fit measures. But in industry, the ML means it should be able to predict data. So without predictions, I have come across so many apps where this prediction implementation. Then I thought, yes, of course, I have to provide this feature to my users. So like that, every machine learning algorithm has got some prediction, each and everything. So K nearest 9 base. This is manufactured especially for the requirements of academics in order to make their work easy and also intuitive to the students. They can just go to the menu, upload the data, and then upload the data, go to the menu, perform analysis, and then make the forecasting, prediction activity, and then explain. And then there are unsupervised learning. So I'm not going to talk about the distinction right now and how they should be used, but in future I should be able to talk. As I have said, in factor analysis is also under unsupervised learning technique. In SPSS, we do talk about this as a data reduction, method or a technique. But in my app, this is a machine learning. So where you see here, you can upload your data and then make predictions about the loadings. So that is that is why I always said it surpasses a few of the commercial software applications available in the market. I'm sorry if I am bringing in a particular name into my video graph. My intention is not to downgrade other applications, but with due respect, I do talk about this is just an attempt of an academic in order to help the academics, something like that. Okay, there is NLP. This is of course the most important thing. This is meant for researchers, and all this NLP, meta-analysis, bibliometrics, and then plots. So this DTM is document-driven matrix. I'll make demonstrations as how to create document-driven matrices and then test your models with the help of confirmatory factor. I already have a video, but that is old. This is actually altogether a new app. In my initial days, with the very basic features, I did a video. This is kind of a different app. So this is extract features, which is a feature engineering, which means you can just if you have data, right now you cannot open because you need to upload the this is you have to upload your kind of, say for example, I have some research summaries like abstracts or kind of things. I'll show you. I'll upload the data as it is, and suppose if this is what I got from some Scopus or Web of Science, then I can make use of these abstracts and know kind of exploratory, like what kind of thinking is happening in the academics, because research papers are written by the academics, right? There is this one. This is what the important column abstract. So we can analyze these abstracts and understand the current insights in the literature, and also model that data to fit our models, like what exactly the research community is thinking about a particular model. Can we find evidence in the literature whether my hypothesis and assumptions are correct or not, some sort of so this is NLP and extra. So right now I have only two menus, and then there is meta-analysis. This is very, very important in sciences. Suppose if you have a definite set of studies, like a few 30 or maybe 10, 15, 30 studies with the effect size and the standard error, we can analyze that the whole idea or the thought among those studies using meta-analysis. I do speak. There is something called bibliometrics today, especially in business management community. There's a lot of people, academics are crazy in doing because when bibliometrics, the analysis related to bibliometrics is done, it's so quick pushing the research article to a particular journal and see that it is published in a very minimum. So many of them are very busy with this analysis, and I have provided so many. And the last one but not least, this is actually an advanced panel for kind of plots where you can create all kinds of advanced plots that you can do in Python and then save them in your computer and also make them. So this is all about intro to this SADSA. Actually, the purpose of this video is to show you how to download and install in your computer, but I just thought of giving a brief overlook and introduction to different menus. And so okay, in my future videos I'll be able to talk about how to make use of these menus effectively for your teaching, learning and research, and also for industrial activity. So how can they make predictions about their processes and all. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the new content. Bye bye for now.